Well, this is Still River Radio, and this is the old guy. And we're coming to you from top of the hill at Block Island, a beautiful summer day. And this show segment is brought to you by, you guessed it, the Tomato and Mayo Foundation. Get those garden-grown, locally grown tomatoes, slice them nice and thick, slather them with mayo, a little pepper, put them in between 2 slices of white bread, and it doesn't get better than that. It's summer. And we're also brought to you by TotallyNegaNet, TotallyNega.net. Are you tired of those social dating network services where people put up their best pictures of themselves or who they would like to be and give you these false positive reviews? And how many times have you followed through and met the person and you found out you were totally hoodwinked? Well, not with TotallyNega.net. You put up your absolute worst picture and you portray everything, all the negative stuff about yourself, leaving no stone unturned. Social psychologists have found that reverse psychology works better in many cases than a false positive approach. And also by Nagira, sponsors of TotallyNegaNet, the medication for those people who are overly positive to the detriment of everybody else. How many times have you met someone who was overly positive and it drove you into a stupor of negativity? You just couldn't, these people are insufferable, and sometimes they become insufferable to themselves. Well, try Nagira, the false positive medication that helps you to be a little more honest. And this is the August 5th show, anniversary of dropping of the nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And way back, a long time ago in Still River, there was an old drunk. We used to call him a wino because they would drink that cheap wine. I think they called it Muscatel. And Nuke was pretty much in the bag all the time. That's all we knew. His name was Nuke. And he went on the plane that dropped the bomb. He was a Navy mechanic and diver. And he got chosen as part of the crew to transport the bomb from the ship to the plane and onwards. And they had a crew with a couple of guys, technicians in white coats. And they had these torque wrenches, and they had the bomb in these cradles, and the outside of the bomb had like 100 bolts on it. And they had to tighten those bolts to the exact torque tightness and check them every hour. And the technician would stand behind with the pad. They would call out the torque. He would mark it down and verify it, and then they would move on to the next bolt, which would take 15 minutes out of every hour. They did this on the ship, and in the cradle in the plane they had a little booth. And when they let the bomb go, Nuke climbed all the way back to where the tail waist gunner was, and he saw the thing go off. And he never was the same. He got back and got totally wasted, drunk, and never came out of it. They put him in a veterans hospital. He got an honorable discharge and all, and a nice pension, but he was so out of it all the time. He wandered away from where he lived, and they lost track of him and all his checks. And he ended up in Still River. Nuke, an unsung hero of August 5th. This is Still River Radio. We'll be right back. Don't go away, or go away on vacation. Have a good time.